veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la. 6 a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, years I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh,
Yes, good people, big up to all of you and welcome to another edition of the Blue Morning Show. Today we will address some news items, and after that we will get straight to the match preview where we'll preview Chelsea's game later in the day against Manchester City. We will try to predict the lineup, and we'll also try to talk about we'll also discuss whether the manager will experiment, whether he will not, and what player starts and what player will not start. But more importantly, I do hope you're all doing well. And once again, I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. For me, it's 5:11 a.m. Some of you, it's already afternoon, some evening, actually. But wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. And I really do mean that. Today, we will talk about just two items. One more, for one last time, Conor Gallagher, except if things changes from after today, we'll still talk about him. And then we'll talk about Cole Palmer, Enzo Maresca, his comment, and then we'll look at Man City's recent form and our form too. How many goals they scored of late and how many goals we scored of late, to be able to come to a sensible conclusion with regards to which of the two teams will win, will come out on top at the end of the day. But that's, by the way, you know how we operate here. Let me say hello to those of you in the chat. The first person here is Blinky Blinky. My prediction is that what you're starting with. Big up to you, Nemaya Fowale. Nemaya, appreciate you. My prediction, Viega. Okay, we'll get to that in a bit. I'll ask for your prediction. But big up to you. If this is your first time, welcome to the Chelsea Perspective community. We appreciate you here. Your opinion matters. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil, enjoy yourself, have a good conversation with those in the chat, ask questions when it's time to ask questions, keep the topics aligned. If you want us to address whatever you have in the chat, you have every right to have a good conversation with somebody in the chat. We encourage that. But if you want us to address those on the panel, to address whatever you have there, it has to be aligned with the current topic. And Maya is saying Gallagher is not going because his terms are not correct. He will be gone if the terms will be correct. Okay, thank you for that. And MMJ, big up to you tonight to see you, MMJ. I appreciate you. MMJ says it is 11:15 in Finland, AM or PM. But AMJ, looks like this is your first time here. If that's the case, just know that we appreciate you. Thank you. Welcome to the Chelsea Perspective community. Feel at home. Express yourself. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil. Here, your opinion matters. Namaya, once again, talking about Gallagher. We'll talk about that when we get there. 1 p.m. Are you in Nigeria or are you in UK? Let us know wherever you are. Without wasting much of your time, we will start addressing. We have two, not necessarily news items. We have two items that we will talk about before we get to the match preview exercise proper. And we have Rich Moneymakers. Nice to see you, Rich Moneymaker. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. That reads, big up the legend on the panel. Okay, thank you so much. Dante isn't here yet. Demoted. Everyone hit the like button, people. We are 15 minutes into the show, and we have just 12 likes. We can do a lot better than that. In total, we have 51 people watching, but only 24 on YouTube. You can say 50%, the rest on X. And if you're following the show on X, just know that we appreciate you. But we want to ask you for one favor. one tiny bitty favor, which is to take a second and drop a like on the video for us, share the video, repost the video, and also follow our X account if you haven't already. And if you don't mind, come join us here on YouTube, like the video and subscribe. And if you do that, if you're a student, you get a chance to win $50 every month. And if today is your birthday, this is the last month we're gonna do that. I've told people that already. Let us know so we can celebrate with you, fireworks, balloons, and everything. Once beyond this month, it'd be strictly for paid members. Okay, it is not my first time. You always watch live. Okay, okay. Or after live. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you, MJ. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me know. So I'm going to go to the presentation window without wasting much of your time, so we can start discussing items we have lined up and get to the match preview proper. It is 15:15 p.m., which is 2 p.m., right? Yep. You use a military time minus usually how I get that correctly. I think I do some I don't know. Let me just move on from it. Get your updates. Yep. Go subscribe, follow Rich Money Maker on YouTube. Fab tweet, coach, new round of talks with Gallagher and his agent. By who? That's what I want to know. I'm gonna try to find it. Let me try and find it before I go to the presentation window so we don't have a bad mix up here. But people keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go along. We sincerely do appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. 25 people on YouTube. You could say around 40 on X. We appreciate you all. And quickly, for those of you who are watching and for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat, just know that we appreciate you. And that's because you watching alone does go a long way. But we want to ask you for one favor, one tiny bitty favor, which is to take a second and drop a like on the stream for us. The likes do go a long way. We sincerely do appreciate you. So let's see. We're gonna go back. It's looking Conor Gallagher may well end up staying at Chelsea. Believe me, it's looking like that's what's going to happen. But without wasting much of your time, let's get started. Let's address the news items we have, and then get started with the match preview proper, because that's why one of the main reasons why we're here. Give me 1 second here. So we have, who else do we have here? Yep, we've read that. Go get your update from Rich Money Makers. Follow him on X or Twitter if you prefer. Thank you for that. I found it. We're going to talk about it in a bit. When it's Chelsea versus Manchester City, it is I think 2:30 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. It will be late for a lot of people, or the next day for a lot of people actually. Give me 1 second here. Let me find the correct time for the game, and I'll get back to you in 1 second here. It will be 2:30 p.m. PST. What that is in all the, you can say, time zones, I honestly do not know. You could just, I think if you check, go to Google and check, it will give you the accurate time given your time zone. Considering your time zone, if that makes sense. But Adabo Raymond, nice to see you, Adabo Raymond. Let me know if this is your first time here. I appreciate you. This says, according to my contacts, there are a lot of false reports and rumors about Gallagher. I will try to find the right information. Heston, if people are misinterpreting the situation, or maybe saying the wrong stuff, saying what they're saying, then Gallagher should release a statement. Let people know if it's being mistreated or not. If he doesn't say anything, a lot of people will see the situation. However, it suits their narrative, and they will take that and run with it, and will never change their mind until he says something. But that's, by the way, Jay, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well, Jay. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning, the 2 a.m. Jay. And then just give me 1 second here. Let me say hello to some important people right there. Big up to you too, Jay. I appreciate you. Right, so let's talk about this. This report says it has been made clear that this was yesterday. There's a fresh update that we will look at after this particular report here. This one reads, it has been made clear to Conor Gallagher that Chelsea will do everything to protect their financial interest, with him having a year left on his contract. Duh, that's common sense, really. Then this is the fresh report here with regards to that, the same situation. But before I do that here, Adabo Raymond is saying, yes, it is my first time joining your live show. Chelsea fan from Nigeria. I really want Gallagher to stay and Osimhen to join. Thank you so much, my Niger bro. What part of Niger? For me, I do speak two Nigerian languages. I speak Hausa. I speak Igbo. I understand Yoruba a bit, but can't say I can't say I speak Yoruba. But that's by the way. Adabo, nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join. So this is the fresh report. The fresh report reads by Fabrizio Romano, the transfer guru himself. He reads, give me 1 second here. Let's go with this window here. The fresh report here reads, new round of talks today between Chelsea, Conor Gallagher, and his agent. Chelsea don't want another Rudiger case with important player leaving as free agent. Atletico Madrid insist on players' decision by end of the weekend. So right now, I did say, was it yesterday or 2 days ago, that in my opinion, it is 99.9% slash 0.1% leaning towards him leaving. If he's if there's an ongoing discussion between Chelsea and Conor Gallagher's camp, chances are it could be, I'd say 50-50 right now. 50%, 50, you can say chances are he stays and chances are he leaves. But I don't know if he's confident in his abilities to, you can say, win a starting place, or you can say win over, get Enzo Maresca to be starting him. That's fine. But if I were Conor Gallagher, I'd join Atletico Madrid. He's tailor-made to the way we know. Even the average football fan would tell you Conor Gallagher suits the way Diego Simeone likes to play. And I don't know why he's really pushing to stay at Chelsea. And I've told people, if you're not wanted in a relationship and you're forcing yourself, or let me say, and you're forcing things, you're not accepting that it's not working out. You're asking for it. Things will, I mean, it becomes toxic. Really, it just doesn't make sense that he's forcing. You could argue forcing himself on the club. They want you gone. The handwriting is on the wall. It's clear and bold. Why are you forcing it? Just leave. I like him as a player, and I've told people if the manager really wants him, he can make it work. Just get him to keep it as simple as possible. When you're on the ball, release the ball as quickly as possible. Off the ball, do your thing, and he'd still be a valuable, you can say, an important part of the squad if the manager decides to use him that way. But right now, the fact that the club is talking with his agent or maybe his camp. Let me use a more general language, because usually the conversation, I don't think it's usually between his agent alone and the club. I think there are other people involved. But my point is, I don't know why he's trying to stay. I don't know why. Even when Enzo Maresca talked about the situation, he did not at any time say he wants Gallagher to stay. His is, I think he didn't say anything close to that effect. So, in my opinion, I don't know if it's confident in his ability to fight, maybe, and become a starter. Okay, I'm all for it. I've always told people if he stays, I don't care. If he leaves, I don't care. Chelsea is the entity or the club. I support Chelsea, not players. Players, I do support players, but you get my point. Players come, players go. Managers come, managers go. Even owners come and go. And I'm going to take it to that extent. But that's by the way, keep dropping the likes and the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And the Prince is here. Big up to you, Prince. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I do hope you're doing well. Uh, okay, if that's, let's see if it happens. He's the one that's forcing himself on the club. You don't, when you're not, again, when a relationship isn't working out and you opt to remain in that relationship, you're asking for it. Honestly, it will become toxic. Even here's the thing: if you've have an experience being if you've been in a relationship before, once there's a persistent issue that you can say every time you think, okay, we've settled it, it will never come back again, and then it comes back again, it will never stop coming back. So even if you feel like, okay, you know what, we're fine now, we can just move on, move beyond that particular issue, it will still come back again. If he stays and he underperforms, even his biggest supporters will turn against him. It's as simple as that. And if I were Gallagher, I'd go to Atletico Madrid. If you know me, I have never at any time said he's a bad player. I like to analyze players. I will tell you what I think are his shortcomings and his strength and everything. But that's it for me. I'm not going to talk about it again, except if we hear that something has changed with regards to his situation. But nice to see you, Nacholini. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate your contributions, even though you're not a Chelsea fan. Gallagher is a Poch type of player, not a Maresca type of player. Can Durance, but the truth remains, if Maresca, he can actually be useful. As I said, I've said that before, but I'm going to say it again. If he stays, the manager can make good use of him. Just tell him, whenever you're on the ball, keep it simple. Don't try to overdo it. Then off the ball, do your thing. And he thrives at that. Off the ball, to win the ball back, to unsettle opposition players with his, you know him fully well to know how industrious he can be. But right now, I don't think he's making the right decision. I'd be shocked if he stays and become a starter. But I'm not the manager. So let's see what's happening. I think the club's priority right now, the reason they're trying to get him to sign in another contract isn't because that he'd stay and become a starter. It's simple because they're protecting their asset. They don't want him to live as a free agent. Because it's going to be a huge L. But let's see what else we have here. He was captain. Does it matter? Being a captain doesn't mean if you surplus a requirement, the club should just keep you for the sake of it. Does it really matter? Ty is in the house. Ty, nice to see you, my bro. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join. This reason Gallagher should leave. The club obviously doesn't want him. If he stays, it will be obvious that he knows he will get more game time. I'm guessing if he leaves on a free, more money if he leaves on a free. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's already made up his mind to run down his contract and leave as a free agent. And I'm going to say something I've said before, where I said usually uh, players realizing that they will get a lot of money if they run down their contract and leave as a free agent. It's no different from Adam and Eve tasting the forbidden fruit. Once it gets to that point, in most cases, it's usually difficult to get that player to sign a new contract, especially if that player feels like uh, you've treated them badly. You say you don't value them, and they feel like they feel hard done by. Then the only way to get back to you, get back at you, would be to leave as a free agent and even make money. Uh, but let's see what happens. And I'm still gonna go back to saying I don't believe that Atletico wasted their time negotiating with Chelsea without, if in fact they didn't get, you say, some measure of green light, or you could say some measure of positive signals from Conor Gallagher's camp. But that's my opinion anyway. We move on from that. Thank you so much for that, Ty. Nice to see you. AB is in the house. AB, nice to see you. And I do appreciate you finding the time to join the show. You're saying Gallagher should say, I would do well in Chelsea. Okay, yeah, okay. You never know. We'll find out what happens. People are angry how the club treat him like he was Chelsea. How do you mean? That's sentiment. That is pure sentiment. So, but I don't want to get into that conversation with you. It's business for Gallagher. It's business for the club. And because it's business for all parties involved, is the reason why I say if Gallagher decides to stay, run down his contract and live as a free agent, not my freaking, I don't care. Good for him. So yeah, because he will almost always do what he feels is best for him. Yes, coach. I suppose my it's supposed to life persistent and consistent issues. The relationship isn't working, so just part ways. Yep. If you feel like you ever you say move on, move beyond a persistent issue, you're lying to yourself. Yeah, that's the truth. It will come back. I agree with you. If it's not wanted, even as a Chelsea fan, let him go. It's business. Because I don't like the way my club treats some of our academy graduates. By the way, I'm from Crossover State. Okay, but live now in Abuja. ABJ. I've lived in Abuja too. Conor Gallagher, yeah, tara tara, whatever music, whatever you did there. What good is someone who clashes? Okay, is it chase who chases, so to speak? Even though I have glasses on, who chases the ball but cannot keep the ball. If the gaffer wants to keep him, if the gaffer wants to keep the ball as much as possible. I'm just going to go back to letting you know if the manager wants him to stay, I think he can still make good use of him. Just keep it as simple as possible. On the ball, release the ball as quickly as possible. Off the ball, do your thing. It's as simple as that, in my opinion. Kendurance, all right, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom and I'll try to get your subsequent contributions in the chat. So for me, if in fact the club, and I trust Fabrizio Romano, the fact let's read the report again. New round of talks today between Chelsea and Conor Gallagher and his agent. That means 50-50. Chances are he ends up staying, chances are he still leave. For me, it was 99.9% yesterday, but yeah, okay, to those that want him gone, they're not gonna like this. When they see this, they're not gonna be happy. But that's by the way, we have to move on from that particular topic because the aim is to get to the match preview as soon as possible. We have how many people do we have in total? 107 people watching following the show in total. 51 of those on YouTube. You can argue 50% of those. We appreciate you, but just 27 likes. We can do a lot better than that. If you haven't, please do take a second and drop a like on the video to help us garner more likes. And for also those of you on X, please do us a favor. Take a second, drop a like on the video on X, share to help us reach more people, and also follow our X account if you haven't. Thank you. Let's move on to the next item. This one here talks about from my friend Embro Vic. Top five highest rated Chelsea players last season, according to SofaScore. Okay, Conor Gallagher is top rated, 7.31, which is why I think if I've told people, look, irrespective of whether you like him or hate him, at least you have to respect him. He finished the season as one of our best players. It, whatever you think of him doesn't matter. If you like, you can bring up the argument that the bar was so low that leading to him emerging as our top performer in terms of rating. And if you're saying I've heard let me be more specific. Dante, my friend and bro, argue, yeah, he finished the season with a number of assists that he finished with and goals because he played in the number 10 role. For me, it doesn't matter. Numbers say he's our top performer, one of our top performers last season, and if we're going by rating, number two, so to speak. Cole Palmer, number one, 7.70. Conor Gallagher, number two, 7.31. Enzo Fernandez, 7.20. Moisés Caicedo, 7.13. And Noni Madueke, 7.08. So just respect him for that, even if you think he's not a good player. But in my opinion, I'm going to say something I've said 1,000 times. If he leaves them, fine. If he stays, I don't care. The club will decide what they want to do with him. And he will also decide what he wants to do as a player, whether he wants to stay or not. Where is the cement? I don't know. Like Fabrizio did say a few days ago, the Osimhen deal will take a while. It's not something that's gonna happen soon. Probably towards the end of the transfer window. I don't know. I don't speak with them, and I'm just gonna go with the last thing he said about Chelsea's pursuit of Osimhen or the possibility of Osimhen joining Chelsea, it's complicated. It's not as simple. And something I saw on X, a picture of Osimhen with his hands around Antonio Conte's shoulder, or vice versa, all smiles, with Conte smiling with one coaching staff and one other player. And I think he was Tosin, who a friend of mine on X says, yeah, it's over. Because chances are Napoli may well decide, you know what, let's keep him for another season. Antonio Conte, if you ask me, I'd say definitely he would want to keep him, because he's a much better player than Lukaku, in my opinion, a better finisher, more technically gifted, quicker than Lukaku, better aerially, even though Lukaku is bigger, maybe taller, maybe. But that's by the way, we'll move on. Let's see, what else do we have here? We get it done, and then we get to the match preview proper. So we'll move on from this list, and we go to this. A few items there, not just one. So we are on Vincent's X feed. The first one here, quoting Enzo Maresca, and it reads, "We are improving for sure. When you have this amount of games, the focus is on the game. But in this moment, we are using the games like a training sessions, because in this moment, our target is focusing on what we can improve." And I'm going to say something that I learned about Enzo Maresca a few days ago. I think it was after that loss, embarrassing loss to Celtic, where he mentioned what our problem on the day was, our behavior off the ball and all that. And when asked why was it who was that? I think he was Sanchez. Why he was booting the ball forward, and he said, yeah, he asked them to do that because they were pressing us. So here's a lesson I learned from that comment. He's willing. He's not bent on doing things a particular way. He can be pragmatic too. His priority, for me, I learned that is to win games. He doesn't have to be playing again in a particular way all the time. If need be, he can tweak things to ensure we get a good result, if that makes sense. It's a good one there. I like him already, and he's very hands-on. That's another thing I like about him. And this is also a comment from by Maresca. Maresca, the target is to continue to try our things, the things we started doing since day one. Try to continue to improve day by day. Again, I'm going to say something I said when we lost to Celtic. I wasn't concerned because preseason, what we saw that day, the experiment, him not being too concerned, yeah, because it was just a preseason game, and you can say the reason for such games is for players experiment as much as you can, try to figure out what pairing works in certain positions, what player will be, you can say, good at fulfilling certain roles, and if it doesn't work, change it around until you get the right pairing or maybe the right selection for a particular position. You don't want to do that during the season proper. You have to do it during preseason, where you are allowed to make mistakes. There's nothing at stake. But at the same time, I did say after that game, it's important also not to lose all our preseason games, because the players' confidence would take a hit. And when that happens, it's usually difficult to correct. So people keep dropping the likes on the stream. People, the likes do go a long way. I think I have to go back one time because, yeah, I'm missing something there. Sorry, I have to click this. It may go blank and then comes on again. Yes, people, we have 122 people watching, 60 on YouTube, the rest on X. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. 34 likes. We should be doing a lot better than that. So here's what we're doing here. We're just scraping for news. In a few minutes, we're gonna get to the match preview proper. Okay, we've discussed that item there. We've discussed the manager's comment. We've discussed that one. This one also, we didn't look at that. And this is a comment from Kiernan, KDH, a player I love so much, by the way. So KDH here says, against Club America, there were patterns of play that were really slick and smooth. We were getting into great positions, and the second paragraph reads, It's only our third game of a preseason, and it's good. You can see progression, and the fans can see that. Yep, because 6 months down, I'm guessing it will be better. And he also says it will take a bit of time. It was similar this time last year. There was a long way to go. We were making mistakes, but you could see that was progress from week one, from week to week, so to speak. And I feel like that is what we are seeing at Chelsea. So when he says it was the same last season, or this time last season, he's referencing Leicester City. Okay, anything else here? And Dewsbury-Hall also, and what Maresca mean by talking a different language. It's a collection of a lot of things. Excuse me. It's a collection of a lot of things, a positional awareness, and knowing when to be in certain instances in the game when we have the ball, get in the box, or trying to score goals and get assists. And I'm gonna say this guy, something up close I did see against Club America. He could have scored 2 goals on the day. He arrives late on the ball. He always lets his teammates make the run into the box, dragging the opposition defensive line inwards, leaving space within you could say, leaving the space. Immediately, you can say outside the box, or sometimes just inside the box, and he arrives late, just like Frank Lampard did in his days. So he's gonna get a lot of goals, and he will get assists too. But he will get a lot of goals given how he reads the space very well, and then position himself, realizing that the opposition players are busy marking his teammates deep inside the box. He drops back a bit, creating space for him. He could have scored 2 goals actually, but he was unlucky. Probably still rusty because he didn't start the preseason with his teammates. Drewsbury, I can't say his name, Dewsbury-Hall. Now let me just go with Kiernan. Kiernan also still speaking here. It was nice to finally get on the pitch and wear the kit. It was a great feeling and nice to get to know the lads on the pitch. I've got to know them off the pitch. Now I am hoping as preseason goes on, I will get more minutes. I hope he gets more minutes. I think he's going to play. Definitely, he'd play one of our first games. But despite the way, I think it's time to preview the game, which is why we're here. Anybody else? Nehemiah saying we might beat City too. I don't know. I can't say for certain that that's going to happen. I think it will be a good game. I know Pep is already making excuses. I don't know whether he said, I haven't checked. He said 80% of his starting players aren't available right now. Whether that's the case or not, I don't know. I would just take him for his words. But that's not my business. If let's see what happens. I haven't watched again. I think I watch. I've seen their games on TV bit by bit, and at any time didn't decide to sit and watch the game. Um, but let's see what happens. I hope we beat them. If we beat them, I'd take it. But it's going to be a good game anyway. Whether he has 90% of his players out, it doesn't matter. He's a good manager. I preferred this start than the perfect preseason we had under Pochettino. Nothing worth it. Nothing worth it comes easy. So I agree with you. And here's the thing. Um, Last season we won a trophy. Mauricio Pochettino won his first trophy as a manager of an English team. What happened? I don't need to educate you on what happened during the course of the season. We all experienced it ourselves. We all experienced it together. So no need to even talk about it. So I agree with you, Ty. I'd rather we lose games now and do well during the season proper. It's as simple as that, really. So I agree. Nothing worth it comes easy. The match is going to end in a draw. It's a possibility. But if they play with the same 11 they played against, was it Barca, even AC Milan? I think we can beat them. But you never know. Or maybe Pep will understand that our players are not well acquainted with the way Maresca likes to play. He knows, probably by now, knows the weaknesses. He will exploit that because he's the sort of manager. Again, he knows the weakness of your team and will definitely Uh, in his plans, usually again he finds a way to exploit that to the maximum, in my opinion. But let's see what happens. It will be a good game. Whether that game will be, you could say, a preview of what we're going to see. When we meet them for our season opener game, I don't know. It'd be difficult to say whether maybe Maresca would try not to show too much, but that's not possible because Pep knows him very well, and Pep, you cannot say wouldn't want to show too much. It's not possible. He's worked with him, so he knows how he likes to approach the game. And it's the same again. Then Pep's teams, they approach games the same way. It's just that they're so well drilled. You know what they're gonna do, but you still cannot stop them. But that's not to say that saying that they approach games the same way doesn't mean um, that's not tactically good. He's excellent tactically. If you remember, I said he's good at reading his opposition, the opposing teams, and you can say once he figures out your weak points, or you can say your shortcomings, whatever language you prefer, he finds a way to exploit that to the max. Yeah, but that's by the way. I hope if we if we I just don't want to. Come on, I let me just keep it positive here. City hasn't won. They drew against Barca and lost on penalties. Yep. And this here from Adado Raymond said, "I'm not looking to beat City now, but just expecting the boys to do their best. My priority is beating them. Yeah, during the season proper. If we lose to them today, I will not feel bad. Just don't lose. Let it not be the sort of loss we experienced against Celtic. Yeah, just let the boys give good accounts of themselves. And the sort of games, the sort of performance when you look back, yeah, you see, yeah, we lost, but yeah, lots of positives. It's preseason anyway. And one thing is certain: the manager isn't going to expect. He will not experiment a lot. I think he will start a very strong 11 because he'd be looking maybe more this game in anyway. If you like, you can call it a rehearsal for the for the season game proper or our season opener maybe. Wycliffe Baruch is saying it's hard to predict a preseason game. Yep, yeah, I think I agree with you because Pep may well decide to just go with a second 11 and not risk too much. And our manager may well decide to do the same. But irrespective of what they decide to do, we'd still experience a good game, in my opinion. So, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes do go a long way. We're going to get to the match preview exercise proper, to the lineup prediction exercise. There aren't not too much news items there to discuss. Yep. Let's see. So I'm gonna vote first. Why am I not seeing that? Do I have to go zero? Just give me 1 second here. I usually like to vote. Okay. Okay, there you go. I have it there. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go for a draw. So wow, that's crazy. A lot more people believe that Chelsea will beat Man City. So 47% thinks Chelsea will beat City. 46% thinks that City will beat Chelsea. 7% thinks the game will end in a draw. And that's a total of 21,389 votes. That's a lot. That's a good sample size. But it doesn't matter. That doesn't. You can say it's just driven by people's opinion. So yeah, mainly. And for me, I think he will end in a draw. They're missing a few key players, and but I agree with the 47% that thinks that Chelsea could actually beat them, and that's because we have more of our starting players than they do, if that makes sense. Okay, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I just want more improvement from the lads, even though even if we end up losing the game. And I'm gonna say this. I think we did improve a lot. I get it. We beat Club America by 3 goals to nothing. A lot of people you were arguing they weren't risking too much because their season had already started, so they don't want to risk players getting injured and all that. But I think we beat them. We beat them fairly. You can say they lost the game because we were at the better side, and we could have scored a lot more actually had it not been the usual thing, not taking our chances. But that's why Broya could have scored. Is it 2 goals? I think. Margi one, Dewsbury-Hall two. So we could have scored a lot more goals on the day, but we weren't clinical as usual. But I believe that is something Maresca will sort out before the season starts proper. So against Club America, we did improve a lot in comparison to how bad we performed against Celtic. So we looked fitter, except for Reece James, who was running as if he had a backpack on it, filled with stones on his back. Why did I even say that? But that's by the way. We'll move on. The Prince, thank you for that comment there. I appreciate you. But at this point, draw is okay. I'll take a draw, but I think we can beat them. We have a lot more of our starting players than they do, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's see the insights here. It says City have lost their last 4 matches. Okay, let's look at it. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. In 5 matches, they've lost 4 times. They lost to AC Milan. They've been conceding a lot. Yep, they conceded. Um, let's go. This considered 1 goal against Manchester United, but that was FA Cup final, so let's not count that one. They considered 3 goals against Celtic, considered 2 against AC Milan, considered 2 against Barcelona, and lost on penalties. Wow, they're conceding quite a lot. And unfortunately, I haven't watched any of their any of the games fully. I've been watching them bit by bit. I'll see it's on TV, but didn't pay much attention to any of them because I was busy doing something else in the house. GFC Gavin is in the house. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Thank you, bro. Much love to you, and you know what to do. Blinky Blinky says that Chelsea to win. I mean, we can. As I've said before, we have a lot more of our starting players than they do. And as Pep said, I haven't done the calculations myself. I haven't looked at the players they had on the pitch. I didn't pay attention to the players they had on the pitch the last time I saw a game on TV, and it was Man City. But he said he's missing 80% of his players. Maybe you could say starting players, maybe possible starting players. Yeah. So let's see. This says City have lost their last 4 matches, and the second one says Manchester City haven't lost to Chelsea in their last 9 meetings, 7 wins, 2 draws. Yeah, the last time we beat them was under Thomas Tuchel. Now we beat them 3 games in a row, and let's just talk about that a bit to show you the sort of person that Pep Guardiola is. I think we beat them 3 games in a row before the third one was the Champions League final. I think 2021. Correct me if I'm wrong. And after that, before we played them next, I knew that Pep will be beaten. He wasn't going to be let that happen again. He took his time to study our team, and the next time we played them, it was just as if he was after that Champions League final loss to us. He was studying Chelsea every day, and when we played them, it was as if every Man City players knew again every time one of our players had the ball, it was as if all the Man City players knew exactly who that particular player was going to pass the ball to. They were cutting off all our passing lanes. We couldn't play out from the back. And but here's the thing: I knew that was going to happen because he lost to Thomas Tuchel 3 games in a row, and that's unlike Pep. I think people were saying at the time that was a record. I knew he wasn't going to take that lightly. That next time we play him, he will embarrass us. I can't quite remember how that game finished, but I can still remember how we weren't able to play. It was as if they knew exactly. Again, whenever one of our players was on the ball, the City players knew who that particular player would be looking to pass the ball to. But that's by the way. We move on. Maybe I hope. Let's see what happened today. Because Maresca is different. Yep, Gavin. I think it's just a GFC, not just the exclamation mark GFC. Wycliffe Barrosh is saying, now that we don't have some of our star players for preseason, Housen, uh, will will they catch up with Maresca ball? We're not missing too many players. Nicholas Jackson is there. I think it's just Cole Palmer and Cole Palmer and Marco Correa. Those are the two players we're missing, and maybe you can count Conor Gallagher in. And for me, I think we're ahead of time actually, because even against a Celtic, before Celtic, you can say before Celtic grew into the game. If you paid attention, you could see the pattern of play emerging. It wasn't perfect though. We did give away the ball occasionally on the day, too many times actually. But if you paid attention, especially when the game, the first, you could say 5 to 15 minutes, you could see what the manager what the manager is trying to do. But still against Club America, you can still see it too, but it's still not perfect yet. There were mistakes, giveaways, and people not making the right runs. But every time they get it right, you'd see, it's going to be something delicious once the players get well acquainted to the approach, if that makes sense. But thank you for that. We have 40 likes and we are 57 minutes into the show. Please, if you haven't, take a second to drop a like on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much. I sincerely do appreciate you all. So here continues. It says City haven't kept a clean sheet in 5 matches. Yep, we did talk about that when I looked at the team form. City haven't won at home. This is irrelevant because the game has been played in a neutral ground, if that makes sense. What else do we have here? This says it will be difficult for Man City to win the match. It cannot be a draw. All right. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. 55 people watching, a total of 138, but only 55 on YouTube, the rest on X. If you haven't, please do take a second, drop a like on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Let's see. Nee Zion is in the house. Big up to you, bro. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Good morning, everyone there. Nee is in the house. If you haven't, go check out his YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and let him know I sent you. All right, I've triggered the command. The link will show in a bit. And right now, if you have any questions, drop in the chat. I'll try to address it. If I don't have the answer to your question, I will pretend I don't see it and move on. Okay, it says, give me 1 second here. My prediction: Chelsea 2, Man City 1. Okay. I think we will concede, but let's see. Big up Nee. People, go and subscribe to my bro's YouTube channel. The link is right there on your screen, but you can only get you'd only be able to get the link if you are in the chat. So please go check out Nee's YouTube channel. Let's help him get to 5,000 subscribers as soon as possible. He deserves that. So we move on. Let's look at this. Man City in the last of 5 games I've considered 1, 3, 7, 10, 12 goals in total. No need to count the penalty. It doesn't make sense. And for Chelsea, we've considered how many goals in total in our last 5 games. 1 here, 2, and that's 4, 8. So they've considered a lot more than us. So let's count how many goals have they scored. They scored 2 here, 4, 7, and 8, and 9. They scored 9, and for Chelsea, we scored 3 here, 4 here, 6, 8, and 10. We scored 10. So we scored 1 more goal than them, and they've considered a lot more than us. So I think you may well be correct. Chances are we'll beat them by 2 goals to 1. But here's the thing, I have to be honest with you. Numbers don't tell you for certain who's going to win, but it gives you a good idea. You can say mathematically, it helps you make, you can say, a sensible prediction Numbers don't say for certain that yet that a certain outcome will most definitely be the case, or cause, so to speak. It just gives you an idea. So, yep. So keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with. What else do we have here? No worries, bro. Much love to you. Let's go. Let's go. Pep said they are missing. Is it 85%? I thought he said 80 of their squad. Not buying much. You're not buying much into it. I don't either because he's full of it. He's a master at playing mind games. Yep. So I'm not gonna even listen to him. I just want to see see us give a good account of ourselves when we play them later in the day. But that's fine. We're nothing else to look at here. I think we've looked at everything, and I've participated. I voted that the game will end in a draw, and surprisingly, to my surprise, 47% of people that voted. 47% of people that participated in the poll believes that Chelsea will beat Man City. 46% thinks Man City will beat Chelsea, and 7% thinks the game will end in a draw. I still do think the game will end in a draw, but we have a chance to beat them, but it's going to be by just one goal. We move on from that. It's time to try and predict. So if you're and predict the lineup, it is fun. We don't know the manager's preferences very well yet. It will take a bit of time. Probably, let's say, 4 or 5 games into the season before we'd be able to predict his selection correctly. It takes a while because, yeah, right now we don't know if he's fielding a certain player just to experiment, or whether he's fielding a certain player to ensure that they're fully fit before the season starts. You don't know. In the case of Nkunku, given what we're seeing and what the manager did say during, I think, a post-game presser, I think it was after the was it the Celtic game? The Club America game. It does seem as if he's playing Nkunku to ensure that he's fully fit before the season starts because he was out for a while. He wants to play him into form. That may well be the case. So we get into the lineup prediction exercise where we'll try. Here's why I'm confident that we're not going to get a lot. You can say a lot of the calls we will make today with regards who plays where, we're not going to get a lot wrong, and that's because I don't think he'd experiment too much today. Even against Club America, he didn't experiment that much. I think you could argue he started the game with our best players on the pitch. Yeah. Let's see. Yep, I've read that. And Ronald Darkomo says, "You're doing great. A lot of respect from Ghana. Thank you so much, my West African bro. I sincerely do appreciate you for that comment there. That's a huge encouragement. So thank you, and thank you so much. So I have to change the structure of the presentation window, so you can see it like this. Yep, there you go. It looks like it's just gonna be a through just you guys and I till the end of the show today. I enjoy interacting with you, so that's fine by me. As long as you keep the topics aligned with what as long as you keep your comments, your contributions in the chat aligned with the current topic, no problem. IB is in the house. IB, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you. IB says, Coach, do we bench Nkunku for tomorrow? It is today, actually. Am I? What's going on? Am I losing it? I hope I'm not losing it. This is good coffee, man. Mm, mm. Yep. So this says, Coach, do we bench Nkunku for tomorrow? We have seen him sharp, and his key for us. Time to shut him down until the season starts. No, it doesn't make sense, and that's because they're not fully acquainted with the manager's approach. It's new. It's novice to them, if that's the language you prefer. Maybe not novice to them, but they haven't played like that. We played differently under our previous manager, so he needs to be on the pitch. So I agree. Even when Bobby not arguing when he was calling for the manager to take him off. I said no. Sometimes the managers on papers stretch players. You see that they're tired, you stretch them. That's what preseason is for them to improve their endurance, to keep pushing even when they're tired. So Nkunku needs to stay on the pitch. Hopefully he doesn't get injured. So we can't, because maybe I'm not gonna say he's injury prone, because you can say he's been out injured for a while now. Came back, suffered the setback. We can't, because of that, and not have him on the pitch during preseason. It just doesn't make sense. But thank you for that. Let's see what else we have here. Big up to you too, Walter Moregba. Nice to see you, my bro, and I appreciate all your support. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for also being a paid member of the community. And once again, I'm going to say this: if you're in the chat, maybe following the show on X. This is the last. The month of August is the last time we'll do it for non-paid members. After that, it will be strictly for paid members. If you have a sibling, a, a, um, a co-worker, or a friend celebrating a birthday, marriage, Hanukkah, whatever it is, just let them know so that we can shout them out here. We have a special way to do that. Of doing that. Just let me know in the chat. So big up to you too, Walter. I be saying that my front coach is today. Yeah, it happens all the time, not just you. My lineup for today, okay. Vega, I think it makes sense. Tosin, Gusto, Moisés Caicedo, Lavia, Nkunku, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall, Gabriel, which one? Angelo Gabriel. Okay, now I know. Okay, Mark Guy. And the Maya Fawale saying, I think Nkunku should rest. I don't want him to get injured. No, he should continue playing. He looks, the more he plays, the sharper he'd be before the season starts. And Chimera is here, the PR person of of the H Place. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. No, you didn't. You never come in peace. Yeah, you never come in peace. Update clothing coach. What do you make of who? Jorgensen? Jorgensen. I don't know whether Jorgensen is the correct pronunciation again, because when he introduced himself, he pronounced his name as Jorgensen. The J wasn't pronounced as Y. Maybe I didn't pay attention well, but that's, by the way, Jorgensen. I think he's an excellent keeper. He's good on the ball, but here's something I like the most about him. Two things I will mention. We already know he's good on the ball, which was, you could argue, one of the main reasons why we signed him. But he's fearless. He's as fearless as Petr Cech. He can put his body on the way to stop the ball from going inside the net. Comes off his line, clatter with players, and still, you can say, not fear to not be afraid to do it again next time. If you watched our last game, there was a time where I thought that Tosin, I think it was Tosin and Fofana, I thought that they were beaten, that the Club America player will be face to face with Jorgensen, but he came off his line, and before the player knew what was happening, he was on him and he collected the ball. So more importantly for me, he's fearless, and that's for me that a bit of that Petr Cech in him, that fearlessness. I like it. He has good vision. Overall, he doesn't panic even under pressure. Even if you have 2-3 opposition players on him, Jorgensen doesn't panic. So that's excellent. I think he will eventually become our number one. But we get to that in a bit. Thank you for saying that update, Cloten. The Georgie guy, I think he will do well if given the chance. He will be given the chance. I think he will become our number one eventually. And I'll tell you this. I think I and Dante with this say that the other day. Sanchez is also showing that he can, do a lot better than he did last season. Probably because he now knows a capable goalkeeper is locking. So if he falters, there's someone else who can come in and do as well as he's been doing, or maybe do even better. So we were saying on that day, that didn't look as if that was Sanchez. Yeah, he hardly misplaced a single. I don't remember if he misplaced a single pass on the day, but he didn't look as if he was panicking. Maybe because he's trained with the new coaching staff. He was off his line. even on the right hand side, close to the corner flag. If you paid attention to what went on during that game, but that's by the way, my Iraqi bro is in the house. My boss, nice to see you. Big up to you too. I hope Chelsea get a win against Man City. I think we can beat them. Rather have Georgie give him more time. I think he will. I don't think we signed him to come sit on the bench. 15 million Aaron, one Bissaka, and 25 million Scott McTominay can go to new clubs. Yeah, keep them at your club. We don't want them both. We don't want any of them. Okay. Is anyone really impressed with Tosin so far? His meat. I don't know your definition of meat. I honestly do not know your definition of meat. Tosin, in my opinion, is an excellent player. He's led the back line. And his thing, I'm going to say this, something he does that was a bit of concern for me. He often leaves his line to intercept the ball, maybe a little bit above the defensive line or maybe in the midfield area. Sometimes, actually, you'd see him close to the final third. I thought that was going to be an issue. But up close, I've learned that actually Maresca likes that. And so he will drill the team in a manner that even if he leaves his line to go and intercept in the midfield area, to go win the ball in the midfield area or a little above the defensive line, someone else will cover for him. Tosin has excellent passing range, good vision, never panics on the ball. Yep, he's excellent aerially too. If you pay attention, when the ball comes to him from again inside, when we're defending set piece and the ball comes to him, he doesn't head it. He doesn't head it forward. He heads it to the right or to the left. If anything, at worst, it becomes the opposition will get a throw in. He hardly hits it straight back to where the opposition will get a chance. Probably try their luck and see if and maybe get a goal. So he's an intelligent player. Excuse me. He's an intelligent player. More importantly, so if you call him meat, I mean you're entitled to your opinion, but I can assure you, Tosin isn't meat. We're not gonna miss Thiago Silva. I'm not saying he's Thiago Silva, but we're not gonna miss him. He can lead that back line, and this is just preseason. Yep. Lucky, nice to see you in the man. For anything here, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Up there, clothing, one more thing. Anything? Did I miss anything there? From Billy Pinky says, Maresca ball looks different with the style of play. I believe Chelsea are going to win matches with. Okay, you're entitled to your opinion. We'll see. No, coach, not the goalkeeper. I'm talking about that plays the left wing, Tariq George. Yeah, Tariq is good. Tariq, is it Tariq George? Which one of them played? I can't. This I can't. Who was that? Which one of them played on the left hand side as a winger? I think he was George. Yeah, I think it was Tariq Judd. He's a fine player, but my again, I'm going to say what I've said before. If we know he will only get to play, you can say every now and then and not play consistently to continue developing. Please let him go out on loan. I don't want us to be selfish or maybe do anything that will dwarf his development, for lack of a more correct language. There, he's an excellent player. But if we don't sign another left-sided winger, maybe you keep him. Maybe he gets a chance and play enough and continue to develop. You never know. No, coach. Yeah, thank you. I've corrected myself there. Let's see what else we have here. Okay. Yeah. Good luck selling them. You'll find a buyer. I'm not sure what you're asking there. Maybe you need to rephrase it. And Wycliffe Barrosh is saying, win or lose, I want a promising game that shows we are heading on the right direction. Listen, I'm going to say this. I think I've said that like 10 times now. Under Enzo Maresca, one thing is certain. Against teams like Man City, it will be enjoyable to watch. But it can be very boring when we play against teams that defend deep. Remember, I told you that. because we will take our time, we will play patiently, trying to find the perfect opportunity to attack or maybe to find spaces to exploit. Usually that is difficult against teams that defend deep. But against the likes of Man City, Tottenham, maybe who else? Liverpool, if they don't defend deep, if they, it will be delicious, in my opinion. Yep, I says win or lose. Yep, I think I've read that. I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom, but before I do that, I'm gonna say hello to my bro, Toby. Nice to see you, Toby. I do hope you're doing well. 51 likes, people. 51 likes, and we are how many minutes into the show? 1 hour, 15 minutes into the show, and we have 156 people watching, but only 59 of those on YouTube, the rest on X. And if you're following the show on X, just know that we appreciate you. But we want to ask you for one favor, which is to take a second and like the video on X, share the video on X, and more importantly, follow our X account. That way, whenever we go live, you'd be notified and you're not going to miss anything. And if you don't mind, come join us on YouTube. Do the same thing. That way, you get a chance to win $50 every month if you're a student. But thank you, people. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. More likes, my brother asks you to do that. Andrew Phillips, nice to see you, Andrew. I appreciate you. Coach, I believe we have a shot at the title because if Man City is weak, who do you think will have a chance at the title? I hope it and Arsenal. I don't make predictions until the transfer window closes. Why? Because I want to. You can say I want to be well equipped with the strength and weaknesses of all the teams in the Premier League to be able to make a sensible prediction. I can't say accurately; it'd be difficult anyway. Even machines don't get them right. Because if I go ahead and make predictions right now, for instance, then teams maybe we don't sign certain players that I think we're gonna sign, or maybe other teams assign better players. Then yeah, it would I would look back and regret making predictions too early. So let the transfer window shut, and then we will do a show where we're gonna try to predict where we'll finish the season. Yeah, people, go and check out Tebeho's YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and let him know I sent you. So I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom, and if I missed any of your comments, apologies. I'm gonna try to get your subsequent contributions in the chat. Moments of silence. I'm not doing that. That's not okay, man. Let's see. I think that's Tebejo. I think Tebejo is the one going by the name Victor Simon. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tebejo, if that's you, say something. Big up to you and welcome to the panel. I do hope you're welcome to the panel. Yeah, you're trolling me. Yeah, you're trolling me.
Yeah, you know me. How are you, bro?
I can't complain, my bro. All love, all love. Let me ask you this: are you looking forward to this game? And the question I want to ask you is this: do you think Enzo Maresca will experiment? I don't think he will not. I don't think he will experiment. I think James may not start. I think we may well see one change in Viega, Renato Viega starting. I'm not too sure. If Augusto is carrying a knock, chances are he wouldn't risk playing him. But let's hear you. Do you think the manager will experiment? Are you looking forward to this one? Yeah, before we get to the line of prediction exercise.
To be honest, coach, I don't think the coach will change the same lineup against Club America during the first half. I know this James, he might not play, but maybe not today, maybe against Inter, because now he's still drilling the team and stuff. He wants everyone to be aligned, and then we saw what this James offered us against Club America. I like that role for him because it doesn't do much for him as a player. That means he won't get any injuries. And then with Malo Gusto, I'm not sure. But if Malo Gusto is not available, play Vega there and then let him invert. But overall, I don't want to see many changes. I would like you same squad like we did, and then let's see. Did they learn from their previous game, especially Noni Madueke and Sterling? For me, they didn't offer too much in attacking wise. So I'd rather start them again and see what they can offer.
Yeah, I think Nani Modeke, he's looked sharp. but the final product from him uh, has been awful. I think that you could argue that's down to the fact that it's preseason. A lot of you can say a lot of the drills designed to help them pick up in terms of fitness usually can lead to impaired judgment, in my opinion. And you say because after you do a lot of exercise to gain fitness, you get tired for a while, and then endurance kicks in. Once endurance kicks in, then you're fine. I think he'll be all right. I think Nani Madueke will be excellent for us in the coming season, and I think he hasn't been that bad really. I get it. The complaints you could say the
Yeah.
complaints came from the fact that his final products in all the games we've played have been awful. But go ahead. You wanted to say something.
Yeah, I just want to ask you a quick question. It seems like Chelsea fans are all over the place. Uh, what is your thoughts about Lavia playing as a six, not Enzo Fernandez playing as a six? And who would you prefer? I know you say Lavia because he's an excellent player, but overall, like our fans have been messing around under Twitter timeline complaining that whereas Enzo Fernandez plays as an eight. So, what is your thoughts about it?
It's I don't know if you some of you in the chat I don't know whether some of you in the chat currently have heard me talk about this. I've always said in the 4-3-3 structure that I could see Lavia starting centrally. That's because of all the midfielders we have between him, Enzo Fernandez and Moisés Caicedo. He's the best at beating the press. You get my point now. Enzo Fernandez has better vision, but is not as good as Lavia in terms of beating the press. And he has better vision, in my opinion. Maybe I'll get to realize that that's not. I'll get to learn that that's not the case. The more I see Lavia, I wouldn't mind Lavia starting centrally with Enzo starting as a left or as the eight to his left, as one of the eight to his left, or I think probably most likely to his left. But chances are because of Enzo Fernandez's excellent vision. And the fact that the deeper he plays, the more effective he'd be. But the further forward he plays, the less effective he'd be. He'd still be effective, but less effective. There's no telling what the manager would do right now. When Enzo came in, he played he played further forward and not deeper. I don't know why. I don't know. Was Lavia still on the pitch, or did someone else take over from him? I can't quite remember. So I'm not too sure what he's going to do. But Lavia, for me, should be starting centrally, and that's because defensively he do a lot better than Enzo Fernandez. But I've seen people argue Enzo starting central is not going to be that much of an issue because we have either one of the two fullbacks inverting, which will help overload that area, do something again, uh, assist offensively and defensively. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. So I'd go back to saying even Caicedo can start centrally, flanked by Enzo Fernandez and Romeo Lavia. You get my point, but I'd rather Lavia start centrally. And if Caicedo has to be on the pitch at the same time with Lavia, let him be on the right hand side. Why? Because he will help the right back very well. So even if the right back, you could argue, overlaps, he can read the game well enough to say, okay, there's a risk here. Let me drift to the right and ensure we don't get exposed. If you get my point, I don't know if I answered your question. Are you there, Victor Osimhen? All right, I'm gonna start. Continue. Go ahead. I can't hear you, Tabeho. If you're speaking, I can't hear you. I can. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, crystal clear.
Yeah, I agree with you. And like I said, it, if Lavia is not available, then you can play Enzo as a deep midfielder. But with Lavia and Enzo, I'd rather play Lavia there because he's so good on the ball. He know how to recover transactions and stuff. So I don't mind that as long the instructions is good. That's my my opinion now.
Yeah, and I don't. Chances are Enzo will not. It's not going to start centrally, but probably will still have the freedom. Because Enzo does better if you give him freedom. And I'm going to say this. I know I've said it a billion times. Sorry, guys. I like to hear my own voice. Enzo does well. The deeper he is, the more effective it be. He does the better because his vision is his strongest tool. So the more he sees the pitch, the more effective it be. Further forward, he still be effective, but not as effective as he can be if he's operating from a deeper position. It doesn't have to be central. He can start on the left hand side in the midfield three as the left hand eight, or LCM if you prefer. And with the freedom to be whatever he deems fit on the pitch, but we're not too sure what's going to happen. We just have to pay attention to what the manager does, and then find an average to everything he's done, and then come to a sensible conclusion with regards to how you can say the placement of the players is going to be going forward. But that's by the way. Yeah, let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. Our matches against Man City looks difficult, but today's match will end up Chelsea 2-1. And after looking at the numbers, I'd say I'm inclined to believe that the game will end in Chelsea beating them by 2-1. It could end in a draw too, if we're going by the team's recent form. You guys have forgotten that Tosin is a very fast recovery defender. I think Lenny Euro has taken that top spot from him. What? Is a very okay. I don't know what to make of that particular comment, but here's the thing, Andrew Phillips. I'm glad we signed Tosin. That's Tosin to Chelsea for me. Excellent piece of business, and we will find out. Everybody will find out in due time. As United find, I believe Chelsea will top of the league table. We have a very good squad. We had a very good squad last season, but we struggled for a multitude of reasons. The injuries didn't help. The manager himself, in my opinion, tactically wasn't up to it. That's just my opinion anyway. Spot on. As a six, only Lavia can beat the press. Yep, and receive the ball facing the goal. And also defensively, he can do better than Enzo Fernandez. I haven't taken my time to compare him to Moisés Caicedo to conclude which of the two that can do better centrally as a six in terms of you can say the balance contributing offensively and defensively. I'd rather, I have to be honest, Lavia star central with Caicedo to his right, because Caicedo can also play right back, which will make it easier for him. You can say to ensure the opposing team doesn't exploit spaces. If spaces will leave behind if the right back inverts essentially, and yeah, you get the point. Let's see, but thank you. Enzo will become a bit part player. Let me tell you something. I've heard that even I think Roger on the panel here have argued the same thing, and Kalito, my friend and bro, he's also argued the same thing. Enzo's strength isn't his pace. I agree. Pace isn't his strongest suit. Um, Physicality, you can argue the same thing, but Enzo, you can muscle him off the ball easily. You know that his strength lies, you can say, lies in his intelligence, his vision, passing range. Those things are the things that define Enzo Fernandez as a footballer. And believe me, he doesn't have to be Usain Bolt to do well. Fabregas wasn't the quickest, but his passing range, his intelligence as a player were the things that you can say that defined him as a footballer in his playing days, and he was one of the best. Enzo doesn't need to be the quickest, and believe me, if we're being truthful to ourselves, some of his best performances for Chelsea, it wasn't because he was the quickest. It was his passing range. It was his ability to shield the ball. You can muscle him off the ball easily. The only you can say weakness is his if he plays in a central position in a three-man midfield, his ability to read the game be in the right positions at the right time to cut out passing lanes or maybe stop opposition, or stop the opposition from progressing towards the final third. That's not his strongest suit. Yeah, I don't think he will be part player. Don't you'll be shocked that he will be a regular starter and someone else will be the person to make way. I'm telling you the truth. Remember, I told you this. Okay, we move on from that. But thank you for bringing that up. And that's a sort of, you can say, argument or question that I like to see. It gets me to speak passionately. Um, let's see. For any team, okay, for any team in the league, there must be squad depth, which Chelsea really tried to work on. I so much believe that we would do well this season, and the boys and coach need a support. And our bro, Glenn 10 is in the house. Glenn, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. We did speak about you the other day, and a lot of people were asking for your handle. I did share with Dante, and the others too. They wanted to reach out, and Bobby did speak with some advice. Stay strong, bro. You know we love you. Wish this we could do more to we could find, you could say, another way to express our love. You know we love you. You know we appreciate you. Your response to my advice to stay strong the last time we exchanged messages on X really touched me. I was brought to tears. Didn't even know how to respond. I told Dante, ask him, he would tell you I didn't know how to respond. It took me a while to figure out, okay, how do I respond to this? And I didn't want to say in public, yeah, we love you, more importantly, Glenn, and stay strong, bro. Everything will be all right. Okay, we love you so much, and thank you for finding the time to be with us this particular morning. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Chimera is saying none of the midfielders are bench worthy. None of them are, but one would have to be, or maybe if the manager can find a way to rotate effectively to keep them all happy. And I have to say this, Enzo Maresca does come across to me as someone who is a good man manager, because it takes a manager who's a good man manager to manage such a crop of talents, uh, and find an effective way to keep them all happy without having some of them, you can say, looking to leave because they're not playing as many games as they would want to play. Let's see what else we have here. Enzo is more effective as the deepest midfielder, controlling, dictating the game. He balled out at that position during Potter time. Yeah, that's a better way to explain what I'm saying. Of you can say saying of the I did say that the deeper he is, the more effective it be, because his vision is his end passing range or his strongest tools. So the closer he is to the final thought, the less effective it be, but he still be effective. But you're better off allowing him the independence to be wherever he deems fit on the pitch. So people keep dropping the likes. I understand people, the likes do go along with 58 likes. Let's try and get it to 100 as soon as possible. We can. And that's the Demonat also here saying now that LB or RB is inverting, right? Okay, left back or right back is inverting. That would help Enzo defensively. It will. Thank you for mentioning that. I agree. More transfer news. Vince Chelsea tweets Todd could get to cement. Did he say that? Okay, I'll check it out in a bit. Maresca A plus for playing players at their position. Actually, a few days ago, people were complaining because of the loss against Celtic. People were on X complaining that he's playing people out of position. Just let Reece James be Reece James. Let Malagusto be Malagusto. But the players themselves were singing the manager praises and saying how much they loved playing that role. But that's, by the way, keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes to go along with Coach Enzo and Jorginho is same player with different passport. He's not as creative as Fabregas. I'm not saying he is, but he can actually, you can say, become one of Premier League's greats. In all honesty, he has that passing range. Yep. I'm not saying he is, but I just use Fabregas as an example. If you're complaining that he doesn't have pace, he doesn't need pace to be effective. There are a lot of Premier League greats that had no pace yet. When you talk about certain positions in the Premier League that come up, I remember what's the name he played for Tottenham, then Manchester United. I would say in this case, Babatov. I would say that in the case of Babatov, a Snell actually can be quicker than Babatov. But you know what? His touch he has one of the best touches I've ever seen in football. Yeah, and he's an intelligent player. So you don't need to be the quickest to do well, in my opinion. Let's see. Enzo is the second highest chance creator. Even at a time where we struggled. After Parma, let's see. Why are we acting like Enzo? It's like nobody's saying he's like Cesc. He's different. Yeah. Okay. Trevoh, anything else you want to say before we move on? Let's see what my bro Glenton is saying here. Don't tell Enzo that Jorginho could have played for Brazil, or he will he will come up with another chance. That's a good one. Sorry, I forgot that. Again, my camera was off. But Glenn, much love to you. I love you so much, brother. I check out the command. Did I skip it? Yep, Glenn is here. Yep, hi, Glenn 10. I hope you're well. Where's the command? Did I get it wrong? I think the command is just doing. Let me see that again. Oh, I didn't send it. Which was why I didn't say it. Trevoh, you have anything else to say before we go into the lineup prediction exercise proper? And let me see if I can
No,
see. Go ahead. What did you say?
I said no. I got nothing to say, coach, at the moment.
All right. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. So if you're in the chat, the question I'm going to ask you before we start the lineup prediction exercise: are you looking forward to this game? I am looking forward to it. And I'm not too concerned about the outcome. I just want to see improvement, just like we did in the last game. That will go a long way. Let's see anything else here. Victor Osimhen is on the panel here. Okay, I'm not going to use. Let's stay where we are. I think for me, I would say this, Trevoh, if you're there. I would say I think the manager have seen enough of Sanchez. I think he probably will give Jorgensen an opportunity to start. What do you think, Trevoh?
Yeah, I think so too. And then also we need to see him more, because last game he didn't do much, especially in the second half. We didn't get any threat from Club America. So play him against Manchester City. Let's see how will he deal with pressure and stuff. So I'd rather start Filip Jorgensen.
Yeah, much love to you. Much love to you, Glenn. I'm quite sure. Yeah, I'm happy that you experienced the love even before whatever that is happening started happening. But we are your strength. If you believe me, we are. People were moved, but thank you for saying that. All we do sincerely do love you. City playing with kids, but they are playing well. Wish we could get Oscar Bob. He is a gem. I don't think he leaves City. I've heard that he's confident he's gonna. He's fine with the amount of getting time he's getting, and his confidence is gonna play a lot more. And yeah, they have a lot of games to play, but I don't think we would be able to sign him. Big up to you, to Almighty Blues. My bro is in the house. I appreciate you finding the time to join, bro. Whenever you get a chance, share the link to your YouTube channel so people can go check it out. I haven't created a command for you. I always forget. I haven't actually created a command for Keishan. A lot of people here that I want to create a command for. But more importantly, bro, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. Yeah, most of City fans, first team players aren't there, but that's no guarantee we'd beat them. Yep. No wonder why they've been losing games. Let's see. Trevoh, see how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna let you finish your lineup. Let's see if you get it correctly. The starting 11. Let's hear you, Trevoh. Your left back, two center backs, right back, and I'm gonna switch the structure to 4-3-3. Sorry about that. Let's go. 4-3-3. There you go. So let's hear you, Trevoh. Be calling their names slowly. Once you see that I put in the name you've called, before you call the next one. And my bro, DJ Soup. A big up Kachila, the panel, and everyone in the chat. Osimhen to Chelsea. Don cannot wait for when Kachila has to drop that title. You called me negative. You and I are fighting. It's all good, bro. I'm just kidding anyway. You know I love you, DJ. You know I love you. Houston, I'm not saying we shouldn't sign him. And I'm quite sure you've listened to me talk about him, and my concerns are legit. I know you know that. But much love to you, bro. Always nice to see you. Chimera is saying, I am optimistic. City, he says, City is a strong challenge for this team. Maresca is learning quickly and has already identified key players. He realized Nkunku is the man, and Badiashile and Fofana cannot be paired. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's a quick learner. And if you listen to him during post-game pressers, he doesn't sugarcoat anything. He doesn't come out and say, you don't hear him say, the boys the boys gave everything. Patrick Joyce, it's been a minute. Nice to see you. Hello, coach. I'm back. Sorry I haven't been updating for so long. No worries. Welcome back. And I hope you're enjoying the Olympics. Trevoh, go ahead. Let's hear your lineup. So once you name a player and I add the player's name, you move to the next one. Just call the position, and I'll do my own lineup after you do yours. Go ahead. I'm waiting, Trevoh.
Yeah. Goalkeeper Filip Jorgensen.
Mm-hmm.
Left back. If Malu Gusto is still fit, I'll play Malu Gusto.
So you don't think Vega starts?
No. I don't think so. I don't think so at the moment. I'd rather keep what is working at the moment.
But
and then left side.
I'm gonna say this just quickly. I need here. Just give me 1 second. Let me get the paint. I'm sorry. The echo. I know you have to mute yourself because of the echo. If this guy has a knock, any sort of knock, I'm talking about Gusto. Just give me 1 second here. Yep, it's the ink is working, but something is slowing down my screen. So if Gusto has a knock, I don't think Maresca will risk him. But it's your lineup. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Left center back.
Beran Badiashile.
He's done well. Go ahead, right.
Tosin Adebayo.
You just butchered his name.
Right back, Chris James. In the middle of the midfielder, Romelu Lavia. On the left, Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall.
Kiernan.
On the right, Nkunku.
All right.
And top three on the left, I'll play Mikhail Mudryk. I've seen enough of Sterling. Mikhail Mudryk for me.
Yeah, I think I agree. He hasn't started anything. Or has he? I don't know.
Yeah, I think. No, I'm not sure. I think he started or played 45 minutes. I'm not sure yet. And then in the middle, I'll play Guhi or Gehi. Stop laughing. On the right, I'll play Nani Mariweke. So that's my lineup, coach.
All right, I'm gonna do some analysis here. I'm gonna say I think Madueke starts because it looks like the manager. Why is my screen not moving smoothly? I think the manager would want him to start. He's trying to play him into form. I think there's something he's trying to get him to learn. What specifically that is, I don't know. I think Kiernan starts definitely. Lavia will start because he's going to start the season, so the manager will see him in a much tougher game like this one. Mark Guy may not start because Jackson has trained, right? Jackson may start. Mark Guy may not start. And Kunku will start because the manager, he even said something that suggests he's trying, you said to play him into full form before our first game. Go ahead with what you were saying.
I don't. I don't think Jackson will start because I've seen the comments from the journalists after yesterday's training. They said Nicholas Jackson is having a individual training, so I'm not sure whether he's ready to start.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna build my own lineup. This is your own, and I'm gonna build my own, and I'll tell you why. I'll start my 11. I'll leave yours to see if you get it correct. So let's catch up what we have in the lineup. You've seen it. Tabejo's 11. I'm not gonna clean it. Between the sticks for Tabejo, Filip Jorgensen, and I think I agree. Jorgensen will start between the sticks because the manager he's seen enough, in my opinion, not seen enough in a bad way. He would want to see Jorgensen more. So I think he starts this game. Tosin, I think, starts this game because any player that starts today will start the season. Tosin will start because he seemed to have, you can say, being the more composed of all the center backs we've tried. Badiashile have looked shaky. Tosin have looked shaky, but he's picked up more than the other pairings. And I think this pairing actually has proven to be the better pairing since the start of the preseason. Whether the manager will bring in Colwell here, I don't know. If he's carrying a knock, we may not see him. I agree. Lavia starts because I think he's going to start the season, and the manager wants to make sure he's ready. Or maybe Lavia may well not start the season. I think Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall will start because this is his second preseason game, and the manager will want to start him. But chances are Nkunku could sit this one out, and we'll see Caicedo here. But that's just my opinion. Mark Guy, like you explained, may well not start. Madueke maybe or definitely because I think he starts the season. Because Coke Palmer is not going to start the season. I'd be shocked if he does. Not after, again, he's still on holiday, actually. There's a possibility he starts. I don't know. I'm not the manager, but we'll find out. But irrespective of what happens, even if the manager starts, you said decides Palmer is not going to start the season, he still have him on the bench in case he needs him. But yeah, I think that's absolute boohoo on my part. Anyway, I think Palmer, if he joins us before the Inter Milan game, then he will most definitely start the season. I don't know. Let's see what the manager does. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We have 191 people watching, 72 on YouTube, the rest on X. And if you're following the show on X, we do appreciate you. And please kindly do us a favor. Drop a like on the video on X, share the video on X, and also follow our X account to help us grow. And that way, whenever we go live, you'd never miss anything. And here's a secret for you. If you don't mind, do the same on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe, and that way you get a chance to win at least $50 if you're a student. But that's by the way. Let's hear what people in the chat are saying. I'm Patrick just saying he's so excited for the new season. Anything else? Yes, up the Charles. Yep, Nehemiah, thank you for saying that. Smash the like button, people, and also do subscribe to the platform. always providing excellent content. Thank you for saying that, DJ. Much appreciate you. The Sissi won't get onto the teams at Chelsea. Banish him. He may well turn out to be one of our most important centre backs. He's still there. It doesn't look he's not going anywhere. I can assure you that's the case. Endurance is this lineup for today's game because Maresca wants to prepare for games without James. So yeah, so chances are we'd see Renato Vega here and then Malo Gusto here. That is if Gusto is not carrying a knock. But we're not sure what's going to happen. But one thing is certain, he's not going to experiment too much. I think Kiernan Dewsbury-Hall will start, and Kunku chances are he starts, and we're not too sure. We're just having fun, maybe. Let's just leave it at that. What else do we have here? Is that Tobago on the panel? Yeah, that's Tobago. Tobago, if you prefer. No Caicedo or Enzo to start. I don't know. Heston, I think we're gonna play with almost. I'm just gonna say almost 211. I'm not gonna say for certain that we will play with 211. I think Enzo Fernandez will get minutes, but I don't think he starts. I think one thing I've seen 2-3 times now. Enzo Maresca wants to start games on the front foot. He wants us to score as soon as possible. As soon as the game starts, he wants us to score. We did see that against Wrexham. We saw that against Celtic. We nearly got 2 goals in the first 7 minutes or so, and we saw that against Club America, and it worked. So he wants us to score goals as soon as possible, so that again, I think that's a good idea. So if we play against teams that defend deep and we get an early goal, they'll be forced to come out. I like that. So I don't think he'd risk starting players that aren't fully fit. Enzo Fernandez will get minutes, but I don't think he starts this game, in my opinion. No, even Caicedo, I don't think starts this game, but he's gonna get minutes in the second half. If that's just my opinion. And just give me 1 second here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. The likes to go along with the delegates in the chat disagree with that lineup. Put up a poll for Badia, Chile, and Viega, Kunku, and Madrid. Yes, then just go away and leave me alone. Are we talking politics here? That's the question I'm asking you. Are we talking politics? Leave me alone. Okay, now we would do a poll. This is Tabejo's lineup. We would do a poll. It will still have time to have a lot of fun. Maybe I'll let those in the chat use the poll to pick another 11. I wanted to do mine, but I don't think I'll do mine. I'll just talk about where I disagree with Tabejo and why. Okay, but thank you for that, JC. It's in the house, JC. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And you're fighting with Nightbot again. What has it done to you? Anything else? And once again, if you're celebrating your birthday, if you're a member of the Chelsea Perspective community, you're celebrating your birthday, you have a sibling, a co-worker, or a friend who's celebrating their birthday, let us know so that we can shout them out here on the panel. We have a special way of doing that because after this month, it will be strictly for paid members. Apologies for that. Then every now and then we'll also say make it open for all members. Never liked that Arsenal. Stop fighting, man. Hello to you to Siaka, South Africa. Nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. Let's see. My prayer is we start the season with everyone fit. I think it's gonna happen. And here's something that I thought about. Chances are the reason our players looked as if looked as if they weren't fit against Celtic was because we were taking the preseason, the drilling and everything gradually and not overdo it so the players don't get injured again. Because our ex, and you know who I'm mentioning, maybe he overdid it, leading to a lot of our players getting injured even during preseason. So maybe we've learned to be a bit cautious, to take it slowly. You build up fitness gradually, and it works out. Palmer and Gallagher back at Chelsea on Monday. Okay. And when will the squad return to England? I don't know. Coach, it's a trademark strike. Okay. Okay. And Jerry Z is in the house. Jerry Z, nice to see you. I do hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Let's see what else we have here. Big up to all of you, and GFC Gavin back again. What do we have? All right, I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom, and I'll talk about how I disagree. And people go and check out. Again, anybody that triggers any command there, go check out their YouTube channels. You'll see the link there. The link there. I'm tired. I can't read everything in the chat. Go check out Jerry's YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. Let's help him get to 1,000 subscribers. Let's see. Any update on Gallagher? Nothing new, except that the club are discussing with his agents. So, which to me, yesterday I did say that for me, in my opinion, percentage wise, it is 99.9% to the rest, leaning towards him leaving. Now I'm changing it to 50-50. If they are having a conversation, there's still a chance he stays. There's still a chance he leaves. So I'm not sure what's going on. Let's see what we have here. Has anyone seen Kellyman still injured, recovering? I guess. I think this personnel again. This personnel in the 4-3-3 will be the perfect for us tonight. But the question is, will the manager select the same 11? Yeah, and Enzo Maresca sometimes does actually go with 4-2-3-1. Yep, I do know that. And in a 4-2-3-1, I think it would be Dewsbury-Hall here, and this guy here, and someone else here, actually not this guy. Or maybe the two of them in a deeper position with someone else in the 10 role. Maybe Cole Palmer, because I heard he likes Cole Palmer to play. He would play Cole Palmer in the central position and not on the flanks. If that makes sense. But I think let's go with 4-3-3. That's what we've used mainly, but you still have to pay attention to understand the application, if that makes sense. So for me, here's where I disagree with Trevoh. I disagree with Trevoh. Not because someone in the chat mentioned that chances, again, something about Reece James not starting, and it makes sense. If it's not going to start the season, he understands the manager's approach right now. Maybe he's still working on it, but I don't think he should start. We should start with Malo Gusto, who definitely will be starting in the right back position in 4 games. I think he's suspended for 4 games. So I'd say here will be Gusto. If he's not carrying a knock. If he's carrying a knock, I don't see him starting. Then on the left, I don't know whether the manager. I'll go with Vega. I'll go with Renato, because I think he stays. We didn't sign any left back, and he hasn't started any of the preseason games. He's come on 2 occasions in the second half. So this is my lineup. So where I differ will be, right back, Reece James not starting. Left back, Malo Gusto not starting there, but on the right hand side, why Viega comes on the left hand side. I think I pretty much agree. Maybe Raheem Sterling over Mihailo Mudryk, I don't know. But Mudryk, I don't remember if he started any of the games. So this is just more like us having fun. We're not too sure what the manager is going to do. We still have a lot to learn about him. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. How many people? We have 209 people watching, but only 76 of those people on YouTube. The rest on X. And quickly, people, I'm sorry, we're still begging for likes. That's because we're not a big account yet. If you're following the show on X, we appreciate you. That's because you watching does go a long way. But we want to ask you for one favor, one tiny bitty favor, which is to take a second and like the video on X. And also share and subscribe and follow our X account to help us grow. But one more thing, it's a secret, by the way. Come join us on YouTube. Be sure to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. That way, you get to win at least a $50 every month if you're a student. I know we haven't done that for a while, but we'll make up for that. I promise you. Plus, I still owe the community the giveaway I promised after the birth of my daughter. Let's see. Coach, it's either Gallagher gets another chunk of that 35 million or a repeat off from Mbappe. uh, possibly, possibly he has all the cards, and I've said that before. He does have all the cards. He may well say, "Okay, you want me gone? Let's talk. If you get 35 million, you give me 10 million." Yeah, he may well do that, or I will stay, run down my contract, and live as a free agent. Yep, that's chances are the talks with his agents uh, aren't really about him signing a new contract, but him saying, "Okay, I can join them, but look, give me this." Negotiation, I don't know. I'm just speculating, but if I were Gallagher, I'd leave immediately and join Atletico Madrid. I don't know. I'm not the type of person that when somebody doesn't want me in their life, that's just me using that as an analogy. I don't push to stay in that person's life. I move on quickly like this. Let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes and just people. The likes do go a long way. I will rest Reece James because I don't want him to get it. It's not about getting injured. Why? Again, I think if Gusto is going to be the one to start on the right hand side when the season starts, why play Reece James there? I think he's played enough. The manager can see that he can actually fulfill the role. Maybe he should rest in this game. Let's see what else we have here. It's not a competitive match, therefore Enzo could experiment. It's impossible to predict in such case. I agree. Any lineup can start and everyone changes in the second half. Yep, we'd see two halves, 2-11, but one or two players will finish the game. Yep, one or two players will finish the game. Let's see, Coach, please explain further. When you say after this month, only the channel members may wish. Yep, here's the thing. The channel members, they've been the reason why we've been able to do a monthly giveaway for the students. So when they're signing up, we promise them some, you can say, not special treatment, some benefits for being a member. So we've left this open for 3 months. Every member of the community, if you have a family member or a colleague or a friend celebrating their birthday, you let us know and we'll shout them out. But I told you guys, after the month of August, that will be it for a while before it becomes open again to everyone. But after the month of August, it will be for paid members alone for a while. Okay, does that make sense now? But thank you for asking for clarification. No updates according to my contacts. I will be back on yep. Go follow Rich Money Makers on YouTube, on X. Let's help him grow. What else do we have here? Spars for free. Gallagher hits the owners. You don't know, and that may well be the case. I mean, I'm inclined to believe that may well be the case. If he feels hard done by, chances are he doesn't like them. Gallagher, my say okay to Neil Brath and Jim, who I don't want to even try mentioning that name, those names. Okay, that's it for me. That's how we differ. I don't know. Let me see if anything new has emerged. Not a bad lineup, in my opinion. This lineup, in my opinion, is capable of winning that game. There aren't too many news items out there to address or discuss, if that's the language you prefer. That's because not so much is happening. But we're going to check anyway, even enjoy reading players' comments. If you're in the chat, if you have any questions, drop it and we will try to address it. Now that I still have my brother on the panel, so you go ahead and ask your questions if you have any questions. All right, let's see if anything new has emerged. I'm going to go back to Vincent's page and check. This is the page I'm looking for. Let's go here. Where's Vince? I don't know why Nicholas Jackson is being still being shown as injured. So yeah, people, if you're in the chat, if you have any questions, drop it and we will try to address it. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. So I'd have to refresh this page to see if anything new has emerged. Give me 1 second. And I'm gonna say this also. Okay, I will be traveling to Africa, and I will not be available from the 6th until the 15th. I'll come back on the 15th, but I'm gonna need a day or two to regroup before we start again. I'm gonna try the best I can. There's internet connection at home, but whether I still find time to do shows or maybe create YouTube shots, I'm not too sure whether that would be possible. That's because there are people I haven't seen for a while that probably I'll be seeing a lot of people, friends that I haven't seen for a while. But I'll do my best. Let's see, what else do we have here? They're saying, yeah, more likes, people, more likes. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. 73 likes. We need 27 more likes to get it to 100. Let's make it happen. That's the aim. One more thing, coach. If Chelsea FC doesn't get Victor Osimhen, which other striker do you and the panel is open as an option? Gosh. I don't know. Nobody else comes to mind. If I say Oli Watkins,
Santiago Jimenez.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
I know you'll say Santiago Jimenez. I know you'll say Santiago Jimenez.
Yeah. Not a dash. Thank you for reminding me. But go ahead. How about you? How about you, Tobel?
Sporting Lisbon striker. I said it before. Victor Gokores. I think he'll do well under this Enzo Maresca system because he's so mobile. He's a good finisher. He's an overall striker for me. So I would like him at Chelsea, but it seems like Arsenal want him, but no sure yet. So I know Arsenal or other teams will go for him maybe in the last minute of the transfer window. Let's see what will happen. But Victor Gokores, oh man, what a striker. Him or Victor Osimhen. His price tag is 100 million.
I'm not again, I don't sign the check, but I don't think we'll pay that much money for him. It's up to the club to decide. And I haven't heard anything, I haven't seen anything out there linking us with a move for Victor Gyökeres, even Santiago Jimenez. I think Osimhen, given what we're seeing, will end up at Chelsea. I don't see PSG going for them, except if they lose one of their hybrid strikers, which was what Fabrizio Romano said about a month ago. They're not in a hurry. The striker position isn't a priority for PSG. And I'd say another reason why that's the case because Osimhen isn't he's not Lucha's type of striker. If they sign him, it'd be because the owners want him, or maybe because he did well in France too. But thank you for that. According to my contact, says Rich Money Makers. Geez, something is hurting my throat. I don't know what that is. According to my contact, there are a lot of false reports and rumors about Gallagher. I will try to find out the right information. Okay, please go follow Rich Money Makers and help him grow. And this is AKT Chibika Martins. Nice to see you, brother. I do hope you're doing well, and thank you for finding the time to join us, brother. And thank you, more importantly, for becoming a member. We do appreciate that. Any positive news about Osimhen? Nothing new has emerged, and I will only tell you what Fabrizio Romano said a few days ago. Says the Osimhen, did he? I don't know. I can't remember the exact words he used. The Osimhen maybe conversation will not be easy. It will take a while. Not in the. I think I can't quite remember how he phrased it. So we have to be patient. We have to be patient, and chances are, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen. But chances are Osimhen to Chelsea may have been the club's plan all this while. Just finding a way to get Napoli to drop the asking price and even agree to agree to a loan deal with an option, maybe a mandatory option for a permanent purchase. We don't know. If that's the case, actually they've played it so well. But let's see what happens there. I have my reservations, but I'd rather we sign Osimhen than Samuel Moradion. And that's me. But thank you. Nice to see you at Kitchen one day, Dalo. Yep. He's sharing the links to his YouTube channel and um Twitter handle. Go check it out. Let's help him grow. Trevoh, what do you make of a Gallagher situation? Trevoh, that's a question for you. I'll let you address it before we continue. If you have questions, drop it in the chat. Go ahead, Trevoh.
Coach, this is simple. I said it yesterday. If I was Gallagher, I would sign that 2 years contract and prove the club my worth. And then eh, on everything is on him, right? He's proving himself, or he should leave. Simple as that. We don't want to. We don't want him to live for free. I don't want that anymore. We know what we suffered with Christensen and Rudiger. I don't want that anymore at Chelsea. If it's possible, if I was Gallagher, I would sign that contract and prove my worth. And then people are
Yeah,
crying.
and to
Why?
add to what
To
Trevoh
what
just said,
Tomato just said.
I don't know when you joined the show, who asked that question. It was Nemaya Fawole. We did address. You were the one actually that told us that Fabrizio Romano his release that he released a new report at the time. We checked it, and the report reads. Maybe I should go to that particular report. Actually, I think is it this one. The report reads that new round of talks today between Chelsea, Conor Gallagher, and his agent. So this could mean they're trying to, I don't know, find a solution. Maybe he's accepted. Okay, he's not going to be a starter. He has to fight for his place. If he proves that he should be starting, then yeah, he will be starting. We're not sure what they're discussing. Or maybe they're trying to get him to join Atletico Madrid because they've accepted the offer, or maybe they're trying to get him to sign a new contract, stay, and if it doesn't work out, then he gets to leave in next season. I don't know, but this for me has led to me saying 50-50 now for me. Leaning again 50% chances of him leaving or staying. I don't know what's going to happen. So I don't want to say anything else about him.
Coach, just want to
Yeah,
say something. I remember last summer when we sold Mason Mount, the reports were saying that we offered Mason Mount a long-term contract with a small salary, right? And our fans complained that Mason Mount didn't want to sign a long-term contract, like likes of Enzo Fernandez, Bernard Shilo, you name them, those players. Now we are offering Conor Gallagher short-term contract. They still complain. Oh, why are we treating Conor Gallagher like this? Why we don't give him a 5 years contract? This fan base doesn't know what they want. They always have something to cry about. So at the end of the day, I hope this will be a resolve soon. Like I said, if you want to stay, sign a new contract on the table. If you want to leave, leave now. Don't leave as a free agent because it won't end well for him, especially with this fan base.
yeah, it's business for all parties involved. He wants what's best for him. The club wants what's best for the club. The club wouldn't want to lose him as a free agent because that's a huge L. But chances are he's already made up his mind that he's going to leave as a free agent just to get back at the club if he feels hard done by. But yeah, we move on from that. Victor Osimhen or no one, or no one as Gyökeres the other one. Gyökeres won't be a bad signing, but we haven't heard much. Okay, it's preseason anyway. Their season started. I don't know. Big up to you too. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Wayne Stanley will ruin the Osimhen deal. I don't think it's up to them right now. And if you paid attention, I think the fact that David Alston did talk about it, Fabrizio Romano talked about it, but probably didn't say anything with regards to David Alston's maybe claims that we're looking to get him on loan with an option for a permanent for purchase. He didn't say whether the option was for a permanent purchase or not. And but what we heard from Fabrizio Romano is something to the effect of De Laurentiis not interested in a loan deal. They want either we sign him on a permanent now. Even if we want to sign him on loan with an obligation or an option to buy, they're not interested. So we're hearing that they want to wait until towards the end of the window. If there aren't too many suitors, then that's when they turn around and say, okay, you know what, let's talk. I'm not sure how to make sense of that, because if that happens, we tell them, we lowball them, because we know at the time that they have no other option than us at the time, and say, yeah, we're not interested, or we're not going to pay you that much money. We want to pay this amount. It becomes an issue for them. Let's see what happens. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. DJ saying if Osimhen goes to PSG, Chelsea should go all out for Gonzalo Ramos. I like Gonzalo Ramos too. They signed him from what's the club in Portugal? I'm losing it. Sporting CP. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Fake news is according to my contacts. Let's see. We really want
Benfica,
Osimhen.
coach. Benfica.
Oh, Benfica, not Sporting CP, right?
Yes, correct. Benfica.
Okay, thank you. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, just saying hello to DJ there, and people, please, big up knee. People, go and subscribe to my bro's YouTube channel. The links is there. Go check it out. Be sure to subscribe. Let's help him get to 5,000 subscribers as soon as possible. And this is Terry Diamond. Hello, Coach Victor is not coming to Chelsea. I think Omar Dion has been the plan all along. I've heard a lot of people say that. And it's believable. And here's why I say it's believable. That's because PSG, not PSG, Atletico Madrid, they're pushing to sign. That's according to rumors. They're pushing to sign Julian Alvarez from Manchester City. So I've seen people say something to the effect of, if that happens, which means that they'd be willing to let Mauro Dion go, and which means he'd be coming to Chelsea. In turn, he'd be coming to Chelsea. I'm not sure what to make of it. It's everywhere, and even if you try to make sense of, you can try to sit down, analyze all the rumors or all the reports out there, try to come to a sensible conclusion with regards to what striker would end up signing. I don't think it'd be easy. Maybe you'd need the CIA or MI6 to come help you decipher that, because you're going to get confused. Let's see what else do we have here. Gallagher is in love with the OnlyFans. Okay. Please don't do that to me. I don't want to read that here. It's all about the money. It's business for all parties involved, honestly. So I'm going to scroll to the very bottom and see if anything new has emerged. Benfica, yes, I got that wrong. Thank you for the correction. I appreciate that. If you're in the chat, if you have any questions, drop it and we will try to address it. Victor joined up with team. Yep, I saw that picture. Napoli's preseason camp, all smiles with Antonio Conte with his hands over Antonio Conte's, I think, shoulders. One other player and a staff member. I think he was one of my friends on X that said it's over. Because I'm going to still say this. If it is possible, Conte would want to have him. He's younger than Lukaku, quicker than Lukaku, because I'm quite sure Lukaku will not be the same Lukaku that worked with Antonio Conte. It's really that simple. Omar Dion, too much money. The club will not fork out his price tag. You think? You know how much you've already bid for him, and he was rejected. Let's hear you, Trevoh. What did you see? Have you seen that picture? The picture in question with Conte, Osimhen, one other player, and one staff member. What do you make of it? One of my friends on X said it's over. And he was all smiles. He's all smiles on the picture. On Conte, all smiles. Do you think they've convinced him to stay? And I think Osimhen's agent would want him to stay, because if they sell him to any club on a permanent, he'd make money. But I'm also hearing that he's going to get suspended. So I'm not sure. It's everywhere. But let's hear you, Trevoh.
No, I don't read too much about that, because at the end of the day, it's all about training sections, and then Victor Osimhen needs to be fit and ready in case he goes to a new club. So I don't see too much on that. For example, even you can see Broja, he's happy during preseason. Is that it means he's staying at Chelsea? Doesn't mean anything. So I don't read too much on that, coach. All we know from Fabrizio Romano said that Victor Osimhen agreement with Napoli is that he leaves this summer. So I don't know what will change. And they want Lukaku. So that means they want to have Lukaku and Victor Osimhen in the same team. It's impossible to keep both of them happy. So let's wait and see.
But we haven't heard anything. To just wait quickly. We haven't heard anything with regards to their pursuit of Lukaku. So maybe uh the deal, you can say Lukaku's departure from Napoli, from Chelsea to Napoli, and Osimhen's potential move to Chelsea, you can say they're tied somehow. They're tied. Clearly, on a surface level, we know that they want Lukaku and we want Osimhen. But beyond that, it looks like, yeah, both clubs are, you can say, playing some sort of mind games. I don't know. What do you think? I think the deals are tied beyond us knowing that the two clubs want something from each other.
No, the reason why maybe it's quiet is because no offer yet for Victor Osimhen, maybe from other clubs than Chelsea. So as soon as they sell Victor Osimhen, I think they'll go for Lukaku. And Chelsea doesn't want a loan for Lukaku, so that's why maybe Napoli are quiet at the moment. So we'll wait and see. The transfer window is still long. Hopefully, it's getting resolved very soon because we need to sell Lukaku to keep those wages away from our club and then maybe get a potential strike. If it's not Victor Osimhen, let's get someone else. But I hope it's not Samu. I hope so.
I hope
It's
it's
too it's
not.
too raw
Yeah,
that guy.
yeah. I have my reservations about Osimhen, but I'd rather we sign Osimhen than Samuel Moradion. That's just my opinion, anyway. Let's see anything else we have here. We've addressed this one, Moradion, and Shafadinho is saying big up to you, too, bro. I hope you're doing well. The Gallagher deal is a part payment for Moradion, coach. Why is no one singing through this smoke screen? Possibly that may well be the case, but for certain, there's no way to tell that's indeed the case. If you get my point, if who um, Gallagher stays, I'm not sure. That's a bit jumbled up right there. Fine, he goes fine. That's how I feel. If he stays, I'll be fine. If he leaves, I don't care that much. Amaridion is crap, and his first touch is dreadful. I don't think we need him. Honestly, that's from one what Joseph, Mr. Uncle. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. And clearly, it is your first time here. We appreciate you. Feel at home, express yourself. All we ask of you is to keep it civil. We should go out all out for Alvarez. I don't know. I don't think we should go for Alvarez, in my opinion. Alvarez, no, he, he hasn't apologized. If that's how you want to see it, Kim, so nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Also, is not coming to Chelsea Football Club, really. I tell you, gentlemen and gentle ladies, let's see what happens there. I hate Napoli. So if you're in the chat, nice to see you, Kim. So I hope you're doing well. If you're in the chat and you have a question, drop it. We'll try to address it. We'll be rounding off in a few minutes. 20 more likes to get it to 100. I'm not sure that's going to happen. And we'll be streaming for 2 hours, 22 minutes, and nothing new has emerged. But I would check if anything has emerged since the show has started. So if anything new has emerged, we will address it and call it a day. Atletico looking to secure Julian Alvarez, hence the reason Omar will be agreeing terms with Chelsea just after his involvement in the Olympics. And I haven't seen anything from any of the sources I trust suggesting that Atletico are indeed pushing to sign Julian Alvarez. But again, that's my opinion. Omar is a narrow wow. Now, why to the extent of calling him that? You don't even know him. You only know Chelsea wants to sign him. Come on, Kim, so you can do better than that. So let's see if anything new has emerged. Once we're through with that, we'll call it a day. Here, Jorgensen in training last night. Good to see. Petr Cech. When we got to the last penalty in 2008 UEFA Champions League final, and JT took the ball JC took the ball. I was just thinking, don't cross the keeper. don't cross the keeper with a shot. I was sure Edwin van der Sar would dive, expecting JT to shoot across him. So I was thinking, shoot my side, and let's see what I don't know why did I even start reading that. Nothing to learn there. So here about Osimhen. So something new has emerged actually. Everton's former chief Ket, is that Waynes or Wines on Osimhen to Chelsea. I am hoping he will come in, kick off a bit of a race with Haaland for the Golden Boot, to be more specific there. That would be fantastic for the Premier League and superb for Chelsea. Osimhen would have to aim for 20 goals, and that would put, let me see what we have here. All right, people, will be rounding off in a bit. Osimhen will be aiming for 20 goals, and that would put Chelsea back in the reckoning for the top four. Finally, Todd Boehly maybe getting a big transfer right and throwing money at the right area rather than wasting it. Wow. So his opinion is that we've been wasting money. That's a serious dig at our owners right there. I don't think there's anything new to address here. I don't want to read anything like that. It sounds boring. So Tebejo, anything else you want to talk about before we call it a day?
No, no, not really, coach. I just hope today we play very well. We progress from the Atletico America game. Even though we don't win tonight, for me it's not about the result. It's all about the players getting ideas of the new coach, team progression, and hopefully no injuries. That's my main issue. If we don't get injuries, I'll be happy because we'll be doing well this season. If we don't have injuries, so I hope no injuries today.
Hopefully we don't get suffer any injuries. But thank you for that. I appreciate you all. With that, we've come to the natural end of this particular edition of the Blue Money Show. Thank you to all of you that have found time to be part of the discussion. I appreciate you all. Rich Money Makers, thank you so much. Kim So, thank you. Blue Clouds Media, Nizion, my bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mr. Joseph Kim. So once again, anybody else here that I haven't said hello to, Terry Diamond, thank you. I appreciate you all. And DJ Service in the chat. And if I miss your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And cheers.
In my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 oh, 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 oh. lanes. I've been driving this train, years in this lane. There's no stopping this flame, cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh.